They say when you're going through hell, keep going. But when you're actually in the fire, when your world is collapsing and every breath feels like a burden, that advice can feel like a cruel joke. Because in those moments, all you want is relief. You want it to stop. The pressure, the pain, the confusion. But here's the truth. Most people never tell you hell isn't the end. It's the beginning of something far greater, if you have the courage to walk through it, not run from it. There's a reason your life feels heavy right now. Chaos, the setbacks, the moments where nothing makes sense, these are not accidents, they're invitations. Invitations to rise, to evolve, to become someone who can handle what they once thought was impossible. But that transformation doesn't come from staying comfortable. It comes from walking straight through the fire with your eyes open. Most people don't break because of their situation. Break because they believe their situation will last forever. They believe this pain is permanent, but it's not. Pain is temporary. Discipline is painful. Growth is painful. But regret is a pain that never leaves. And the only way to avoid that lifelong sting is to keep moving when it's hardest to take the next step. Think about this. Every person you admire, every success story, every triumph, they all have one thing in common. They kept going when it would have been easier to quit. They chose grit over comfort. They embraced struggle not because they loved pain, but because they knew what was on the other side of it. They knew hell was not a dead end. It was a tunnel. So maybe right now you're stuck in your own personal hell. Maybe you're dealing with failure, heartbreak, anxiety, financial stress, self-doubt, or just a deep feeling that your life isn't going anywhere. If that's you, listen closely. This is not your breaking point. This is your becoming point. This is the moment where your story takes a turn, but only if you decide to keep walking. There is no shortcut through adversity. You can't numb your way through it. You can't wish it away. You have to go through it. Feel every ounce of it, then keep going. The strongest version of you is not found in comfort. It's born in chaos, in survival, in endurance. And that version of you is already inside, waiting for you to stop avoiding the pain and start facing it with power. When the world feels dark, when no one understands, when the nights are long and the days feel meaningless, you must become your own light. Don't wait for motivation. It won't come. Don't wait for someone to rescue you. They won't. This is your battle, your fight, your path. And even though it may feel lonely, you are never truly alone, because millions of others have walked through their own version of hell and emerged stronger than ever. You can too. The thing about suffering is this: it either destroys you or transforms you. The deciding factor, how you respond. Will you let it define you or refine you? Will you sink or rise? Because the fire that burns can also forge. It can build something stronger, something unshakable, but only if you walk through it. Think about steel. It becomes its strongest after it's been subjected to heat, pressure, and pounding. Without the forge, it's just a piece of metal. With the forge, it becomes a weapon, tool, something that can't be broken. You are no different. Right now, your circumstances might not look anything like the life you want. You might be in debt, out of work, struggling with relationships, losing sleep over things you can't control. But here's the power you still hold. The power to choose how you respond. You can fall apart, or you can rise piece by piece. Not by having it all figured out, but by committing to one thing: movement. Forward motion, no matter how small. Keep going, keep breathing, keep showing up. There's a version of you in the future that is thanking you for not quitting. There's a day coming where this moment, this pain will be the story you tell. The reason you're successful, the reason you're respected, the reason you believe in yourself, is because it will be proof that you endured. That you stayed in the fight when everything inside of you screamed to give up. Most people don't fail because they weren't capable. They fail because they quit too soon. They stopped walking right before the tunnel ended. They turned back when the light was just a few steps away. Don't be one of them. Don't waste your suffering by quitting before it transforms you. Everything worth having is on the other side of difficulty. Want confidence? Walk through fear. Want strength? Walk through weakness. Want success? Walk through failure. You can't buy resilience. You build it. One painful step at a time. And every time you move forward, despite the odds, despite the fear, despite the tears, you win. Even if it doesn't look like victory yet, it's okay to cry. It's okay to doubt yourself. It's okay to feel lost. But it's not okay to quit. Not when you've come this far. Not when your future self is watching. Not when your story is still being written. You owe it to yourself to finish this fight. Not because it's easy, not because it's fair, but because you are worth the effort. You might not control how you got here, but you absolutely control where you go next. And the way forward starts with movement. Stand up, brush yourself off, take one step, then another. Let momentum carry you where motivation won't. One day you'll look back on this season and realize it wasn't hell after all. It was training. It was the furnace that burned away the weakness, the struggle that exposed your strength, the test that made you trust yourself, and the pain that finally made you unstoppable. So if you're going through hell, don't stop. Keep going, because the only way out is through. And you, more than anyone else, were built for this. The fire won't break you, it will make you. Keep going.